Hello everyone, we owners of Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 6K will agree with me that it's so difficult to find a good drive for recording 6K footage. The drive should provide for us good write and read speed for recording it. However, not all drives can cope with this task. The camera provides us two options for recording the footage, CFast or external SSD. In the first case, we have to deal with quite expensive drives for their value in comparing to SSD. Judging by reviews, they can also lead to the loss of all data. From our side we have a USB-C port speed limitation and external drive which can only be attached outside of your camera. The SD card port is too slow for consideration, that's why we won't talk about it. Due to the high cost of CFast cards, I gave my preference to portable SSD drives. In addition to their price, they also have a compact size, they can be easily connected to any devices and don't require a card reader. You can start editing right from the external drive, but I always recommend to make a copy of all your footage before doing it. Over the years of using this camera, I've used several drives such as small disk, Samsung T5, T7 and Dell device juggler. The last one I still use today. However, I've always had a problem to recording to max quality. Recording just broke after a few seconds after pressing the record button. And only recently I discovered that the problem lies in the USB-C cable that connects to the camera and the drive. It's worth saying that all this time I used the USB-C cable that came with the camera body kit, namely the tilted USB-C cable, which is attached directly to the body kit itself and is very convenient to use. But more recently it broke down, or rather it lost connection with an external SSD, after which I decided to replace it with original cable. What was my surprise when after replacing the cable I not only solved the problem with intermittent shutdown of the drive, but was also able to record material at max camera settings such as 6K resolution and 50 frames per second for more than 30 minutes. And after that I was able to read these files without any problems on my PC. It's worth saying that you can record at such settings with ISO below 1250 only. If you will set the ISO above 1250, the recording will stop after a few seconds. After ordering a second such drive, I pay my attention to the instruction, which say that it's necessary to use the bundled cable in order to be able to record at max settings. This disc also is recommended by Blackmagic for recording at 6K in 50 frames per second. However, I was sure, like many others, that this drive was also not capable of handling of 6K resolution, but I was wrong. Always test and check your equipment to be sure that it works as it should be. Write in the comments what drive you're using in your setup and why, and see you in the next video. Bye!